afternoon baseball on tap from one of the best yards around, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Stephen Brault is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. Dan, any thoughts?
That's you with that big Benz, That's you that can't keep old because you keep yelling the friends, You gotta go to court, You got service subpoena for child support, That was that nerve, You ain't even get a chance to say a word, I know I ain't tripping. Don't your brother got them birds, You ready to bust you somebody, You ain't scared, You know how to play it, I know you ain't gonna let somebody come and punk you, Stand in front you, Straight up run you, You know who got that fire, You know how to use a triple beam, It ain't hard as it seems, You keep your body clean, You got a lot of your bold jeans, Some of your partners, You don't really want to mess with them clowns, You come up with them clowns, You stuck with them clowns, You a big chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your biz. And don't be crying, it is something, you a big chaser. You got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your biz. And don't be crying, it is something. You can't do nothing but love fresh, You won't know what we gonna do next, You bought our tape with your check, You wearing a vest, You trying to protect your chest, You spent 70 on your bins, That ain't sure that's for your friends, You won't stop these heads from playing with you, You won't run the block, You won't be the last one with rocks, You keep it, You count the money at the end of the night, You on a 3-day flight, You full of that line. You ducking them people, You the one face was on news last night, You the one the dude out their shoes last night, You don't come in the project when it's dark, You claim you're a thug and you ain't got no heart, You came in the Norway on New Year's Eve, You got stuck in there and you couldn't leave, It was hard for you to breathe, You a paper chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. To make nothing out of something, you handle your business.
And welcome to the home of the Buccos since 2001, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today, it's an NL Central Division matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Stephen Brault, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Now to the plate, Colton Wong. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Lifetime in this matchup. He's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10.
First pitch, 106.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. It looked like the fastball got away from him there. And we should see some 90s as we go forward. 88 degrees, our game time temperature. Two and one.
That ball went out.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And it's fouled away.
I'm yours, but I'm anybody else's. You say you're mine, but there's always someone else. All the disguise, we're in love with being selfless. Let's make the most, say a toast before we melt. You say you're mine, but you're anybody else's. I say I'm yours, but there's always someone else. We're both so far gone. Can't tell right from
Welcome to MLB The Show. Let's explore gameplay options and help you decide which options are best for you. To use directional hitting, move the left stick in any direction, then press X for a normal swing. To use directional hitting, move the left stick in any direction, then press X for a normal swing, circle for a contact swing, or square for a power swing. Directional hitting. To use zone hitting, move the left stick in the direction of the pitch to adjust the plate coverage indicator, also known as the PCI. When the PCI is aligned with the ball, press X for a normal swing, circle for a contact swing, or square for a power swing. To use zone hitting, to use pure analog hitting, flick the right stick up. To use default base running, hold L1 to advance all base runners. To use pinpoint pitching, select a pitch type and location. Then use the right stick and begin a unique gesture motion. At the top of the screen, a timing mechanic will help you stay in sync with each gesture motion. Try to reach the top when the two rings overlap. Next, pull down on the right stick in the direction. To use pinpoint pitching, to use meter pitching, select a pitch type. If drifting ball is selected, your catch position indicator displays the ball's actual landing spot. It will drift more or less based on the fielder's fielding attribute. If trackball is selected, if catch position indicator, if trackball is selected, if drifting ball is selected, your catch position indicator displays the ball's actual landing spot. It will drift more or less based on the fielder's fielding attribute. If drifting ball is selected, if trackball is selected, your catch position indicator displays a hit trail to track.
afternoon.
No need to say. You can quote them slogans over and over till you coasting through life until you slam into that wall, then bang, then it click. That truth is an upper lip, chilling right there under your nose until one day you come to grips. As long as the world been revolving, if I'm still groveling in the same problem wherever I walk, it's probably not none of y'all, but obviously some flaw that I ignore but got to see. And who got to solve it? Me, brother Ali.
It starts with me, I must admit. I've been a problem, but still I can't quit. Spend my time complaining to no benefit, but nah, making a contribution, so that makes me the solution. It starts with me, I must admit. I've been a problem, but still I can't quit. Spend my time complaining to no benefit, but nah, making a contribution, so that makes me the solution. Follow me now if you ready to do more than just talk. Walk with me, be the solution. Offer critical thought for the youth, be the solution. Everyone is at fault, after all, we're only human. I've been the problem, you've been the problem, but now we're the solution.
I'm guessing I'ma be okay.
You say that you don't feel me now.
I feel like I'ma live somehow.
Your love never meant much to me. Love never meant much to me. Your love never meant much to me.
God. The God parted is Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus dead, you're blown a car dealer. Just bought a demon, I'm screaming about the car dealer. Last temptation of Mike, but I'm a God figure. Tell Beelzebub that the God don't need a job, and if I did, the oligarchs would be missing no when I'm gone. This is Bonaparte and he paired with Tucson, and they went on a world conquest, tear you from me apart. Michael remained dead, but still virtuous. Wait to make a petty, you found out the church services. Not a holy man, but a moral in my perverseness. So I support workers unionizing their services.
You say that you don't love me, hey. I'm guessing I'ma be okay. You say that you don't feel me now. I feel like I'ma live somehow. Your love never meant much.
Now from the longtime home of the Royals, day baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Ought to be a good one here between the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Brad Keller, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, one thing to look out for him, Matt, is if he can avoid the big inning. It's not that big of a deal to give up a run here and there, but sometimes he can be prone to giving up 3 or 4 in an inning, and that kind of derails the whole start when that happens. Limit the damage, and he'll be just fine.
Into the box, Willie Calhoun. He will lead this one off today. Hit hard, but right into the shift. Alberto gloves it. Throw on to first. In time, 1 away.
Batting second.
A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you have to love the thump that Joey Gallo's providing at the plate right now. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
That'll bring in Nick Solak. He swings and grounds it to short. And there are 2 away now. Next to hit, Nate Lowe. His career numbers in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First pitch coming, here it is. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Give me the microphone before my pants, the mad author of anguish. My language polluted. Onyx is heavyweight. And still undisputed. You took the words right out my mouth. walk a mile in my shoes. I pay so many dues. I feel used and I'm so confused. Excuse me, for example, I'm an inspiration of a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky fingers, it's the imitation, a figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not watered down, so I'm dying of thirst. Coming through with the scam, foolproof plan. B-boys make some noise and just yell.
Wow. Check it. A1, I ain't talking steak sauce. Run this now and I'm a great boss. Run this, it ain't for the weight loss. Matter of fact, I'm tryna be the cake boss. Fill up the bag to the brim right there. Standing in the shine, make it dim right there. Gospel truth, yeah, that's him right there. That boy stay by the rim right there. at my door just like it's philo. Tell the Uber pick me up on Pico. Yeah, got two in the back like some mosquitoes, and I never play myself. You getting hold on the placebo. These C-notes getting them looser than that's how it is. And Primo is the feeling when this trio get down to biz. I heard you need a hit. Got the gloves, you been ollie with the slip. Shower me with love, already bathing in drip. This ain't a skip, blue chip on the mission, finna dip. Pole position, Lil. Been a long time coming. Haters gon' be part-time, love it. Haters been a long time running. It don't matter, they ain't catching up at all, I promise. It's been a long time coming. Haters gon' be part-time, love it. Putting up some all-time numbers. Hang the banner, they ain't catching up at all, I promise. I ain't never frontin' for no pump fake, yeah. Everybody know y'all like the funk fake, yeah. They want sticking with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to me, do that in one take, yeah. Got a mask in, where your mask is. This is really me, the cat been out the bag. And long as the world's spending on its taxes, I ain't standing idle, gotta keep it active. Clip clock, horses in the drop. Hot, yup, Photoshop. Real hip hop, like I rock a big clock at the tip top. Yeah, with my photo op, hey. When I come inside, I do them a favor. Don't get the wrong impression, I'ma need my retainer. Stacking up the paper until E.T. my neighbor. Just reaping all the fruits of my labor. I got acres. And this been a long time coming. Haters gon' be part-time, love it. Haters been a long time running. It don't matter, they ain't catching up at all, I promise. It's been a long time coming. Haters gon' be part-time, love it. Putting up some all-time numbers. Hang the banner, they ain't catching up at all. Finna make my own wave, I ain't following the tide. 100 from the jump, they all know I'm bonafide. Plenty of it left to keep the haters occupied. Work too hard to let it die. Make my own wave, I ain't following the tide. 100 from the jump, they all know I'm bonafide. Plenty of it left to keep the haters occupied. I work too hard to let it die. Yeah, I work too hard to let it die. I work too hard to let it die. Let it die.
With the MLB draft already underway, a young prospect shares his expectations with a former coach.
2011, my name came alive. At the same time, I played my got mad. Literally, I would live lonely inside on the physical side. All my miracles died. 2012, guess that plan didn't go well. Out my shell, still I'm living in. Yeah, it was written from God. It was gifted to give you a story that ain't hard to tell. 2013, far from a preteen, but it seemed that I had to chase my dreams, making anything that the world has not seen or heard. Moving words like verbs. Cause 2014, when I turned 19, singing R.I.P. to my big bone tree and my girl TT. When she down, now I'm back on road, cause I couldn't come down to the funeral. Let a whole year pass, made an EP and the fans got mad. A lot of issues that a young man had, just 2 years shy of a high school grad. 2016, when the boy got me, QLT, you better than my G's. Round the
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers. I'm talking to my sources and my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
That CFB's here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming. This definitely feels like a reach to me. I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter. I'm guessing the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. What about you, Jim Callis? Was this a head-scratcher or the reach of the draft, as some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me were, one, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher? What are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways. And they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you can trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them. And they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
A minor league manager checks in with one of his players to discuss a launch plan for the young man's development.
rolling along with the podcast and back on the prospect who's divided the scouting community. I am opposed to this belief that he went too high. I really think he could be a steal here. This is a guy who's got so much development left to do. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch. There is so much untapped potential so far for this guy. I'm excited to see what he becomes. And certainly as he gets started actually playing, actually being in games, we're going to be able to talk to some other folks who get a better read on him and see what they think. I'm excited for that. And frankly, I'm going to have my eye on him for a while.